everybody, it's your boy Izzy D Gamer here once again, bringing you another episode to Loki, the Disney Plus series that is out from Marvel Studios right now, and we're at the halfway point. It's super exciting stuff, man. We got 3 more episodes left. They just released the mid-season trailer, which is pretty exciting. It has a bunch of new stuff that to speculate about. We'll get all into within this review series, but today we'll be reviewing episode 3, Lamentis-1. Super excited, new planet, all of that stuff. And today I'm joined by your homie AJMarvel, man. What's up?
What's going on, guys? How y'all doing?
I'm doing great. I'm sure all these people are doing awesome after watching the 3rd episode, which was so enlightening. And
it was.
We're able to break that crap down before it came out once again, bro. Because we theorized that crap, and we got most of that crap right once again. I think, yeah. So I was like super excited about that. It definitely centered around Lady Loki or Sylvie.
Yeah, Sylvie.
Yeah, which was super exciting. I loved the beginning scene. I won't speak too much on it, but how did you like the episode overall without spoiling too much?
I loved it because it was everything I wanted. I wanted to learn more about her, and we got that.
Yeah, we definitely did. We definitely learned a lot more about her. We learned a little bit about Loki too. Yeah, but without further ado, let's get into it. Interesting choice of music, man.
That usually open scene is usually with big trumpets and big horns.
Yeah.
Oh God. Brain freeze.
You know what brain freeze is, don't you?
Here we go.
It's when you sip something so cold.
Brain freeze associated with coldness. Got it.
Wait, I'm being serious. So it permeates the roof of your mouth and freezes the synapses in your brain, so your memories are literally frozen in place. How many people are guarding the timekeepers?
Savage.
Sorry, what?
Right.
No, honestly, I thought that this was actually in the past. And I'm like, dude, okay, so she was I still think she was a TVA agent, but
Of course.
I definitely thought that this was a past scene. Myself, I'm like, wait a minute.
This place,
But then it just shows how
I
powerful
know this
she
place.
actually is.
Yeah.
How do I find the elevators?
They're gold.
Now the question is, why didn't her power work there?
Because magic doesn't work at the TVA.
I thought it was just when you're in handcuffs.
Nah, yeah, it's just serious. That's why that's why the stones don't work and stuff. And Loki can't use his crap.
That makes sense.
The plan you interrupted was years in the making.
So I got my speculations.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I'll wait till the end, but I definitely got some speculations about her and the TVA.
Yeah, same. I definitely got some things I'm thinking is going on, man. But some huge implications to this episode.
Good, because that's not who I am anymore. I'm Sylvie now.
Oh, you changed your name. Brilliant.
It's called an alias.
It's not very Loki-like.
They're so similar, but they're so much alike.
Yeah.
I mean, so similar, but so much not alike at the same time.
The Tempad requires a massive power source, not a nightlight.
2077, though, you'd think they have something to charge something fast. Because it needs a massive power source.
But we also don't know how life is on that planet too.
That's true. It seems like they're struggling out there.
Yeah. 2077 Earth is probably
force is no substitute
mostly gone and mostly robotic too.
It's looking like Namek after Frieza hit.
Exactly. Straight empty.
It's remarkable that you ever made it as far as you did. Sorry about that.
Don't be. I enjoyed it.
Oh, I did too. But I can assure you, despite my acquaintance behaving like an animal, we mean you no harm. We're simply weary travelers.
Sure you are.
It's been a long time. You're as beautiful as I
The fact that he can not only change characters, but change his voice to match what they
Yeah.
listen to.
That nice in 30 years. You're no travelers. You're devils.
I'm still hoping we get a cameo that way, man. Where he just transforms into Captain America.
The
again or something.
evacuation.
That'd be pretty cool.
Something like that would have enough juice to repower the
That'd definitely be pretty cool.
Something about this episode that seems very Star Wars to me. You know what I mean?
The whole vibe of it.
Yeah. It seems very Star Wars as opposed to like a normal Marvel episode.
Especially once they get to the train.
Yes. Yeah.
Once the train is like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Hello, look.
Like someone with a shit plan.
It's a great plan. Just follow my lead.
Gotta say, man, those security guard outfits. I don't know what they're protecting.
They ain't protecting anything.
They look like they're full of cloth, right?
I taught it myself.
You taught yourself that magic.
Yeah, I did.
This part's my favorite part right here.
You just go into their minds and project some sort of illusion.
Really, it'd be easier if I just
Enchanted me and make
Wait,
you give me
this
the
part?
temp so you can leap out of the moving train.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Well, then don't ask.
Champagne?
Ah, yes.
We'll
Thank
get,
you
we'll
very
get
much.
into that.
No, I'm good, thanks.
Oh, wow. Take care.
I love the background that they did for this. Because even though it's so CGI, when that rock hit that dirt, you can see it.
Yeah. And like I said, they did a really good job with this episode. Like, all of it is pretty much digitally generated or altered in some way. And
Right.
all this fit. I'm sure they're using that screen technology for when they're out, though.
Yeah.
On the planet. The Mandalorian studio with the little circle dome or whatever. But it's interesting too.
Yeah, that song.
I never hear him sing a song, but I'm sure there's like the Asgardian language supposedly.
I thought so. Because like if he was singing it, he got her undivided attention.
Yeah.
To Sylvie, everybody! Another!
Nice little Thor callback.
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another!
So what, did these people have like super strength or something? I'm confused because I don't feel like he would have lost. I think he could have took them out easily.
Agreed. But it was just, I don't know, it was weird because like on one half we see new powers, but what we thought he had,
Give me the temp
he didn't even use. So I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm a little shocked that they were even able to toss him off.
That little release of pent up anger. Once it comes out, it's like, okay, can she do that more and can she create a bigger blast?
Hey, you better watch out, man. We're gonna have another WandaVision on our hands.
Exactly.
That it's speculated on, I think, on WandaVision, which was like maybe Loki has the potential, and this in the MCU to be another Nexus being, just because his popularity essentially within pop culture and kind of how he permeated that, and then it seems like they're trying to bring him more to the forefront now with this series.
that young soldier from the TVA. Her mind was messed up, everything clouded. I had to pull a memory from hundreds of years prior, before she even fought for them.
What? What did you say? Before she joined the TVA?
Yeah, she was just a regular person on Earth.
A regular person?
Loved margaritas.
This is the second most important scene right here.
So everybody at the TVA are variants. And now they're in this city, which is pretty cool. This city looks awesome.
Yeah. I love the backdrop of it.
Yeah. Especially that ship and everything about it. I'm like really like sold on. Dang. The fact that Loki says, "Oh man, they're just gonna kill them all," just seemed a little uncharacteristic to me. But he doesn't seem like he would care about anybody dying here, like, especially 2012 Loki. And then this is really cool. The whole one shot.
Okay.
This is all like a one shot, like one camera just following them around, and that's cool. All the fight scenes and stuff.
Question: did you see how that building went back? How it was falling down, then all of a sudden it stopped and it went backwards?
Yeah.
Reverse flow of time.
So there's been a lot of freaking speculation around that scene, man. But I'm not sure that it was just reversal. It was a reversal of time, even though that's exactly what it looked like. That's what I thought it was when I first saw the scene too. But I think he was just using his little telekinesis thing where he can push things back, and it didn't actually go back in place, but it flew past the place, but you can't really tell because of all the smoke. And yeah. Okay, folks, so that is episode 3.
It was a lot shorter than the rest of them.
Yeah, a lot shorter than the rest. With episode 3 being all wrapped up, man, how'd you feel about, or what was your favorite scene within the show?
My favorite scene when they were talking on the train, and he was asking him about mom and what, and what she was like. Yeah, that to me showed that this character, sorry, some in my ear, that this variant, her upbringing was vastly different from the Loki that we know.
Yeah.
So now I'm curious now, what was her Asgard like?
Yeah, and I think we're gonna dive into that in the future episodes. Most definitely, we're gonna get some sort of flashback with her, about her. I'd say. My favorite scene was, when they find out that the Time Variance Authority is just made up of a bunch of variants. I thought that was a huge reveal, very important to the overall story. And,
that was my second favorite scene.
Yeah. I was definitely feeling it. I love the aesthetic of this episode. Really cool. I think they maybe could have dialed back on the purple just a little bit, but it was still enjoyable to watch, man. I love, like,
it was a huge change of scenery.
Yeah, and I love the fact that they just seemed like they were always moving. I hope we could maybe one more planet or something like that, because I just love to see how they treat how they differentiate the two within the series. This would be pretty cool. With that being said, man, there's this huge rumor going around, everybody's theorizing and stuff, but it seems like every series there seems to be a few theories that kind of take wind and take off. So, the one of the theories is that Loki, or not Loki, but Sylvie. Yeah, she's actually Loki's mom. I forget her name, but she's that character, a younger version of that character, coming from a different time period and a different, I guess, reality or whatever. And then that'll be the big reveal. I'm all for that crap, man.
That would be dope.
I would love
that. And that would why she's so strong too.
Yeah, that would everything would make total sense. Like why she's learning she's learning magic now. You know what I mean? And Loki is
Yeah.
like, Loki knows what he knows, but he hasn't delved deeper into like what that is. And another theory that's been going around is that Loki the entire time on this episode was under her spell, her enchantment, like, and she's trying to figure out where the pad is the entire time, and Loki is just trying to like keep that from her essentially, like as like you're going through the episode. And so how are you feeling about that one?
I heard that theory. For me, both theories are really good. I think the second one is a little farther off than the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Especially because, like, yes, she does use her powers, but I don't think that it's in a. I don't think she's controlling everything that's going on. Now, if she could do that, I'm talking reality stone powers, and that's like off the charts.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that they showed that she could do it at the beginning of the episode. You know what I mean? Like so essentially they just would be stationary, and everything that we saw in this episode didn't actually happen. You know what I mean? Like, since they got to Lamentis, like she was just like using all the situations and scenarios to get closer to where the pad would be.
Now the pad broke though.
Yeah.
So would it be Loki using his mind tricks too?
Yeah. So that's the thing about that. They're like, the pad broke, but that's Loki essentially like playing a game of chess with her. Like, you're not gonna get to the pad. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just gonna keep throwing you off as you're trying to get closer and closer to this thing.
Right.
I'd say that like you said, the theory is a bit far-fetched, only because like it would complicate the story, and Marvel Studios, MCU, they're all about simplicity within their stories. So it's like whatever is the easiest thing to explain, it's probably the route they're gonna go, because they know it's a mass audience, and a lot of even though there's a lot of comic book nerds and stuff in here that understand that stuff, there's also casual moviegoers who would be completely confused about what's happening within the story if something like that happened, especially because it didn't get resolved within the same episode. You know what I mean? So it's like, so now you'd really, I think you'd really be like lost. So I don't think they're gonna go that route, but I could definitely see the big reveal being that she is his mother from a different reality.
What if she was like the other people that are in the TVA now, just taken, and then now she's forced to kind of, work for them.
Yeah, that's what I think happened. That's what I think happened. But I think that she's just, instead of being Loki, she's actually somebody else. Because he keeps saying, "You're not a Loki," and then she keeps saying, "Don't call me Loki." So it's just like the fact that I get that, like, she's saying, "Oh no, my name is Sylvie now," and stuff, but she just doesn't act like Loki, and that it's been made like very apparent within the show, like
that she's her own.
That she is not Loki. She is like she is a different person altogether, and I don't think they would hint at that so hard if it was just Loki. Now it could be though. You know what I mean? I know that WandaVision, really screwed everything up with theorizing and stuff. So let's get into those freaking theories, bro. After episode 3, where are you feeling that episode or the show is headed?
So if you go back to episode 2, she sets off all those reset cubes. There's three planets: Titan, Vormir, and Asgard.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that we're gonna circle back to those 3 planets. Those 3 planets was big in the Marvel universe. So I think at some point we circle back there, and then we get some surprise cameos, and we dive more into who this character is, on top of how bad the TVA actually is.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're the villains in the end.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely think the TVA are villains, 100%.
Yeah.
Even though I definitely want some more planets to factor in. I don't think we're actually gonna get too many more planets, and if we do, I don't think it'll be Titan or any of those planets. I actually think we'll get Titan, because all these planets play into the overall Marvel stories. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like we've already been to Titan. You know, with a flashback from Thanos within Infinity War.
Yeah.
We've been to Vormir. We've been to what was I don't remember the other place. Was it Asgard? I don't know.
Yeah, it was Asgard.
Yeah, we've been to Asgard, and I don't think that those places are in the budget, honestly, because it's I think they used a lot more money to build those
Yeah.
places up for the movies, and they're going to be kind of off. If they do use any of those places, would be like in a very limited location within that, within those places. So it'd be like, yeah, we're in Asgard, but we're in this room in Asgard. We're probably not going much further than that.
Because they need to. I mean, we seen Asgard, but we didn't see her Asgard, and we didn't see different timelines.
Okay, yeah. If that's what you mean, I can definitely see us going back to Asgard specifically, and seeing some sort of flashback. Because I do think we get a flashback from about Sylvie and what's been, where she's coming from. You know what I mean? Like her history would be like her as a child. Maybe like, okay, this is how she got caught up with the TVA. This is how like it became, like whatever became a problem, and she needed to be either recruited or reset or whatever. I think we get something like that, but I think we don't get that until maybe the mid season finale, or not mid, pre-season or pre finale of the episode.
I think the next episode we'll see why she hates the TVA so much. It's like we got to learn a little bit about her, but we don't know why she's planning this.
Yeah, I think next episode. I think this episode coming up, we're gonna get the TVA. They're gonna get captured. Yeah, I think that they're gonna get. I want to say they're gonna get captured on Lamentis, like after they discovered that they can't, that the ship exploded. They don't really have another plan.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll create one, but I do think that the TVA will find them, capture them. They'll be in prison on the next episode. So I do think we get a little more from Sylvie.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be the flashback. I always want to say that the flashback is like this second to last episode, but it could very well be next episode, because I don't see what else they would talk about within the episode other than her past and her history. You know what I mean? So yeah. If we do get that flashback next episode, I definitely wouldn't be surprised. We might get a little bit of more context behind the TVA, maybe where that one chick comes from, the judge.
Yeah.
I think we might get a little bit more from her. I would love to see, as just a little side thing that I don't think we're going to get on this episode, a little more information on what's the name, Miss Minute. I want to see where Mobius's reaction to finding out that he's a variant.
He's a variant himself.
Yeah. I think that'd be really hype. But I like I said, some of those things I'm not sure we'll get next episode, but I think we'll definitely get within the series. So if it's not next episode, it'll be the finale or the 5th episode. Either way, as long as we get some of this information, I'm super excited for. And to be completely honest, man, I have no idea where they leave this show off at. But hopefully a couple more episodes will bring us a little closer to that answer.
Because right now it's very open. It's so wide open. At least when we got to episode 4 and 1, that we knew where we were going. I was okay. Now I know where we're going. The same thing with Falcon and Winter Soldier. Once we got to the 4th episode, it's like, okay, we know. This one started off faster than those two. This episode slowed it down a little bit, but it's still so wide open.
Yeah, it's so wide open. But I do think that it's because, we're hitting that midpoint. And once we get to the 4th episode, we'll have more of a clear idea of where they might end it. Because, it's ending on it. Like, they ended on an entirely different planet, bro. So I have no clue.
Probably different planet with no hope.
Yeah. So, man, with that being said, man, I think we're good on the theories. I think we both could use some sleep. So,
yes, sir.
Actually, I'm going to run to the I got to run to the grocery store. I forgot. But,
I'm actually going to kill this fly, and then I'm going to get some sleep. Because it kept here, man.
Oh, that was messing with your ear. You're like,
bro, anytime I'm in the middle of a sentence, I'm giving a good theory. Next thing I'm twitching on my screen. I'm like, bro, I'm about to kill this fly.
The struggle, man. But, all right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. AJMarvel, man, where can they find you at?
You can find me on Facebook, Andrew Barnes. Find me on Instagram, Andrew Barnes88.
Sweet.
Yes,
man.
sir.
Yeah, and that'll all be linked below. Of course, you can check me out on Twitch. I'll definitely be live one of these days, so just be on the lookout for that. And anytime you want to get into the reaction videos, man, we got a lot of reaction videos releasing, so you can check out the Xbox versus Bethesda, or Xbox cross Bethesda E3 announcement over there. And of course, you can check out the new Shang-Chi trailer Shang-Chi trailer that just released over on YouTube, over the IzzyReviews playlist. Make sure you check out all of that. But yeah, until next time, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and happy gaming. Peace.